Hi everyone, I am Zubeno and I'm an entrepreneur. My journey as an entrepreneur actually started by accident. As a young girl, I was very interested in food, fashion, music, and I wanted to do something on those lines, but I wasn't encouraged because all I ever heard from my parents and my relatives was that those are hobbies and I should concentrate on sitting for the competitive exam and getting into administrative lines. Well, nothing wrong with that, but I realized I didn't want to do that as I began to grow older and move out of Nagaland to do my further studies. I dropped that idea. My first venture was more than 2 decades ago. I started a small wedding planning company, or rather an event management company, but it was just my passion alone. I did not have the business sense. I did not understand how much it would require of me, my time, my energy, and also my skill sets were not in place then. So eventually, plus it was a very wrong timing because I had a young family, small children, I had to take care of the home, the schools, so on and so forth. So eventually I had to shut down because I was not doing justice to either my home front or my business. So that was my first venture. My second venture was starting music and performing arts, which a lot of you know as Hope Center for Excellence, about 11 years ago. That was actually born out of a much felt need. Rather, it was like my personal need. I wanted a single place where I could take my kids at one time and let them have their music lessons or whatever creative pursuits they wanted to. And at that time, there was not one single place for small kids where we could do that. So I toyed with the idea, shared this idea with my musicians friends who were like already very accomplished and working outside. To make a long story short, we all agreed and the center started, and it ran very successfully, and it is still very successful, and I'm very happy with that because I was able to actually introduce ballet to Nagaland. Probably I was the first one to introduce ballet, maybe even in the entire of Northeast through Hope Center. I believe one very important factor for any business venture as an entrepreneur is innovation. The digital world definitely is an innovation in technology, and I'm a strong advocate of using the digital platform in any business venture because the reach is so much faster and wider. Yes, I have seen a significant increase in terms of women employment and entrepreneurship probably in the past 3 to 5 years. It's actually very interesting for me to observe how more and more women are getting into the men-dominated professions like maybe biking, banking sectors, bodybuilding, so on and so forth. They're not just getting into it, but actually excelling in it. So a big shout out to all those ladies, and the future do look promising for women entrepreneurs. The word feminism to me sounds very polarizing. If you look at the history of feminism, how it started and what feminism is today are opposite end of the spectrum. The feminism is still evolving. It is still trying to include other areas. However, to me, I am against atrocities committed to women, but I'm also against the entitlement mentality developed based on gender identity. I am totally for equal opportunity, equal treatment, equal respect, irrespective of gender identity. If there's one thought that I'd like to leave with the upcoming entrepreneurs or those desiring to take that route is this: get under somebody, a good mentor, an apprentice under them. Learn as much as you can, because passion alone, or maybe even your business degree, is not enough to fuel you in your entrepreneurial journey.